Hello students, hope you all are doing great. I'm Achal Chaudhary, working as an assistant professor in management department. Today I'm going to start income tax basics so that you will be able to score good marks in your exams. I know, it's one of the most tough and boring subject for you, but not anymore. When we will study step by step all the concepts with real life examples, then you will start loving this subject for sure. So it's just a matter of 20 to 30 minutes daily. So let's start with the content of income tax. So today, students, we are going to start a new thing, that is your income tax from its very beginning, from the basics of income tax. So we will start from the basics so that you have a proper understanding regarding the income tax and you are able to understand that concept. And now after like going through these videos you will not feel ma'am हमसे नहीं होगा, that we are very scared of this subject and this is very difficult. Is that these are your reasons for not going through the income tax. So that's it students. Now you will feel very like you will feel this subject very easy for you after going through the each and every concept very you can say briefly. So, your Unit 1 consists of basic concepts of income tax, your residential status and tax incidence, income exempted from tax. So, this is all about your Unit 1, and we will cover today tax understanding related to the tax, SSC, person, assessment year, the definition of all of these three under the understanding related to these concepts, and then we will go through the residential status which is covered under income tax act and your heads of income. So we will cover all of these topics today. And also whenever I feel like that this particular topic is important for your examination point of view, then I will tell you in between of the video only. And after the completion of each and every lecture, I will also share some you can say questions with you so that you can like be aware how like what kind of questions can be asked from a particular topic. So let's start with today's lecture. So let's begin with the understanding the meaning of tax. Basically, taxes are considered to be the cost of living in a society. It's a kind of a cost which you are paying to the government for living in the society. So taxes are levied by the governments to meet the common welfare expenditure of the society. So whatever the amount you are paying to the government, so that amount will be you can say indirectly utilized for your betterment, for your welfare only. So government also uses that money for the you can say welfare of the society, for the like they construct the road and they are using that particular amount for any kind of rebates or any kind of benefit which they are providing to the lower section of the society or to the person who can't afford some utilities. So basically taxes are divided into two sections. First is direct tax and the second one is indirect tax. So direct tax is basically if tax is levied directly on the income or wealth of a person, then it is known as the your direct tax. It is furtherly divided into two sections like income tax, which can be directly levied on the person's income and their wealth, and the other is tax on undisclosed foreign income and assets. Next is your indirect assets. If tax is levied on the you can say price of a good or services, then it is known as the your indirect tax, like goods and services tax, GST जो आप pay करते हो. So that is a kind of a indirect tax because you are not paying directly to the government, you are paying it indirectly. So it is further divided into GST and your customs duty. So this is your types of taxes. So we have understood what is exactly your tax all about. So now the another reason which came in our mind, the another question is which came in our mind, that is why you are going to pay such tax, why it is imposed your income, because that's your income, that's your wealth, so why you have to pay the tax on that particular income, right? So these are the reasons why you have to pay the tax, why the tax is being levied on your income. So the reason for levy of taxes is that they constitute the basic source of revenue to the government. So you are helping the government to create a basic revenue, basic source revenue for the betterment of the society. So revenue so raised is utilized for meeting the expenses of government like defense, provision of education, healthcare, infrastructure facilities like roads, dams, etc. So it is indirectly helping the society only. Whatever the amount you are paying as a tax, so you are indirectly helping the society for their betterment, for the you can say upgradation of their current situation. So that's why you are going to pay the tax. So let's understand some basic terms which are related to the income tax, which are covered under this income tax. So first is your SSC. Who is an SSC? It's a taxpayer, or you can say means it's a person who under the Income Tax Act is subject to pay taxes or any other sum of money. So basically, the person who is going to pay the tax, that person is known as the SSC in the language of income tax. Next is person. Under Section 2, subsection 31 of Income Tax Act, person is being defined as the income tax is levied on the total income of the previous year of every person. The person on whose income, total income, the tax is levied on, that person is constituted as your person under the Income Tax Act. So here person can be considered as like individual can be considered as a person, and also HUF, Hindu Undivided Family, company, firm, AOP, article of a person, local authority, artificial judicial person. So all of these are considered as a person under the income tax. Here we are not talking only about the individual personality only. So here all of these are considered as your person. Another term which is commonly used in your income tax, that is your assessment year. So assessment year means the year in which income of the previous year of an SSC is taxed. So basically if you consider the assessment year, now you can consider that your currently 2020 and 21 is your assessment year in which you are being taxing the you can income of the previous year, that was your 2019 and 20. So the year in which you are calculating the tax, you are paying the amount of tax, that year is known as your assessment year. So you can say that the time left of assessment year is of 12 months beginning from the 1st April every year, right? So the period starts from 1st April of one year and ending on 31st March of next year. So assessment year is defined as like if you are calculating the amount of tax which was started from the 1st April 2019 up to 31st March 2020. So that will be considered as your previous year in which the income you have earned. You have earned the income in that year. And the assessment year here would be the 1st April 2020 to 31st March 2021. So this will be your assessment year in which you are going to pay the tax. Next is residential status. You have to compute the residential status. So it's one of the important topic from the basics of income tax, because many times it has been observed that in university exams a short type of question has been asked from the computation of residential status. So please understand it accordingly. So residential status can be divided into two parts. First is resident and the other one is non-resident. And your resident is further divided into resident and ordinarily resident, which is also known as ROR. And second is resident but not ordinarily resident. So let's understand the condition to understand if a person is a resident or not, and if he is resident, then what kind of residential status he is having. Basically, under Section 6, it has been described that residential status can be of two types. Like if a person is fulfilling both of the conditions, then what will be the residential of a person? So basically, there are two type of conditions are there. First is your basic condition, and the other one is your additional condition. So first is your basic condition. First, he is in India in the previous year for a period of 182 days or more. So if you are calculating the tax for the previous year, for say you can say 31st, sorry, 1st April 2019 to 31st March 2020. So in that period, a person should be like he should be residing in India for at least 182 days. Or the other condition is he has been in India during the 4 years immediately preceding the previous year for a total period of 365 days or more. So in 4 previous year, a person should be residing in India for at least 365 days and has been in India for at least 60 days in your previous year. And your additional information says that he has been resident in India at least 2 out of 10 previous years preceding the your previous year. So out of 10 years, a person should be residing in India at least for 2 years, or he should have been in India for at least 730 days or more in all during these 7 years. So yeah, so it person should be residented in India for at least 2 years out of 10 years, or he should be residential. He should be resided in India for at least 730 days in your previous 7 years. Next is determination of residential status. So there can be three residential status. First is resident and ordinarily resident. Second, resident but not ordinarily resident. And second is non-resident of India, which is also known as NRI. So for resident and ordinary resident, a person should satisfy one basic condition and two additional conditions, which means a person should be either he should be like resided in India for at least 182 days in previous year, or he should be residential in India for 4 years out like in 4 years for 365 days, or also he should have residential status in India for 60 days in previous year. So out of these two, one basic condition he should satisfy, and also he should satisfy the additional both of the additional information, additional conditions. Second is resident but not ordinarily resident. If a person satisfies one basic condition, only one basic condition, and does not satisfy two additional condition, या तो वो एडिशनल कंडीशन एक को फुलफिल कर पा रहा है या फिर कोई भी एडिशनल कंडीशन फुलफिल नहीं हो रही है, दोनों ही कंडीशंस फुलफिल नहीं हो पा रही है, then he will be considered as your resident but not ordinarily resident. And last is your NRI. He does not satisfy any one basic condition. You are not talking about the additional conditions here. He is not liable to fulfill the your basic condition also. So then he will be considered as your NRI. And last topic of the day is your classification of income under different heads. So there are 5 heads of income under the Income Tax Act. That is your salaries, income from house property, income from profits and gains from business or profession, income from capital gains and income from other sources. So here salary includes your like monthly salary or yearly salary, your pension which is earned by a person. So that is your salaries that will be included under your first head. In your second head, if there is any kind of rental income from your house property, then it will be covered in your second head. And income derived from carrying on any business or profession, that will be taxable under the profits and gains from business or profession. Profit from sale of capital assets like land building, so that will be taxable under your capital gains. And last head, that is your fifth head, is your income from other sources. So income which is chargeable to tax but not taxable under the first four heads. So basically whenever we compute the income from other sources, basically it includes your income from any sources which is not it's not a regular income, it's a kind of occasional income, like you have been any kind of lottery winning is not your regular income, it's a casual income. So basically that income is having a different tax slab. So that's why we don't compute that income into your under these four heads. So we will consider that income under the computation of income, but we will levy a tax on a different part. We will levy the tax in your working note, और उसको अलग से एक tax we have to levy on that particular income. Computation may we have to write down all of these income, but at the time of computing the tax we will exclude that income from other sources. So we will discuss it later in your numerical portion when we will solve the numericals, that how to compute the taxable income from other sources, and how we are going to compute the tax after excluding it. And so we will cover all of these things in your numerical portion. So today was all about your theory portion, and that is related to your basic understanding. So I hope you are clear with today's basic topics. So that's it for today's lecture, and in next video we will cover the remaining portion of your basics from income tax. So here are the questions based on today's understanding, today's lecture. So what do you understand by assessment year? Question number 2. How the residential status can be determined? So you have to solve both of these two questions, and also these question has been asked here in your previous year examination papers. So try to solve both of these two questions. Thank you so much for your time. Stay tuned for more videos.